Now, Lefty, you show them how to do it by hand without the tools.
This is how to make a whip finisher without a tool, and most of the time I prefer to do this. I can actually finish a whip finish by hand almost quicker than I can find a tool on the table. There are some times when I do use a regular tool, but most of the time I do this. Because a piece of thread would be so hard to see, I'm doing this with a piece of white fly line so that you can see this, and I'm going to do it slowly. Let me do one quickly to show you how easy it is to do this, and that whip finish is done. And you can see that that is easy to do. I didn't have it centered. Now let me do another one and show you how to do this thing. What you do, the trick to it, most people start this way. Let me take the scissors out so they don't distract. Most of them do it this way, but what you really want to do is put your hand, put it on the top of your hands and just form a circle. So what we have is a complete circle. Then if you keep the left hand pulling back to the left a little to just keep a little tension, not much. Here's what we're going to talk about. This is the top finger, this is the bottom finger. You come up and the top finger always goes over the top and the bottom finger goes under the bottom. Don't let the top or bottom go under. Keep the top on top, bottom on bottom. Now when you get to here, keep this finger inside the loop, but all you do is take this part of your finger and touch the inside of your top finger. Swing down. Go bottom on bottom, top on top. Touch the inside to the back of this finger, touches the inside of that. Then swing. And that's the way to make a whip finish. Now let me cut this off, do this one more time, because this is one of the most important things you can learn in fly tying. In order to do this with fly line, I'm going to have to lock this fly line itself on the hook. But look how quick I finished this finish, you see. Now, put it over this way. Don't put it this way. Swing it around until you actually just swing it around till you got a circle. Now you have to keep tension with this finger. Now what we do is just come up, the top goes on the top, the bottom goes on the bottom. Top goes on top, bottom goes on the bottom. When you go through, don't take this finger out of the loop, keep it in the loop, touch there. And you can see that that's pretty easy to do. And what you're doing is a bona fide whip finish. Now let me show you, caution you about one thing, particularly when you're making smaller flies. It may be difficult for you to see this small thread here now, but after you've made your whip finish like this, if you hackle all up here and just let go of this loop, sometimes it'll jump in your feathers. The best thing to do now is to put your scissors inside the loop, and now you can draw it right up to where you want. If you have a small fly, pull off about 10 inches of thread and pull your feathers back, and you can do this one-handed. See it? And then bring it out, bring this back. But this is one of the most useful things that you can find in fly tying. It will save you. The other nice thing about this is that if I wanted to, I can put a whip finish like this anywhere I want. For example, if I have the thread up here, I can bring this back here and start a wrap clear back here and whip finish on the back end of my fly without having a special tool or anything else. I can put whip finishes anywhere I want. This is something that you really ought to go over and over and over. Use a stop action thing on your video, but if you learn this, you'll find that you'll have endless uses for it. It also works in using in many other things. For example, when I whip a loop in a fly line, I just use a whip finish to finish that off. You'll find that once you learn this thing, you'll use it for many other things.